Hi, Emily.
Well, we have 5.
We have 5. Yeah. Stephanie, are we expecting anyone else? Nope. Okay, then let's get started. Great. All right, we'll call this special meeting to order. Tonight we have a very brief agenda, starting with considering the adoption of a statement, an open letter to the Iowa House of Representatives relating to what was formerly called House Study Bill 664 and was recently renumbered to House File 2541. It's a bill that has passed committee and is now in front of the full assembly for debate, debate yet to be scheduled. The bill removes the right of cities and local governments to enact any sort of civil rights protections beyond or anything different than what is currently in the Iowa Civil Rights Act. Which, just as a reminder, last year removed gender identity. Since that time, Iowa City has passed an ordinance to protect gender identity as a protected class. Ames has as well, and I think there are a couple other communities in Iowa that have too. So this bill would roll that back. I think everyone has had a chance to read the statement. So at this point, we'll open it up for a motion to consider the statement as written.
I'll motion to consider the statement as written.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right. So with a motion on the table, we can now open up for discussion. Any comments, questions, suggestions, changes?
No, I think it's great. Can I just confirm, are we looking at the February 24th version that was sent by email?
Yes. This is the one that has the correct, the only difference there are 2 differences. One, it just it refers to the new number, House File 2541, rather than the previous number. And it includes a new greeting, since it is an open letter, the Dear Speaker Grassley and members of the Iowa House of Representatives. I think those are the only 2 changes from that previous version. Yeah.
Okay, that's helpful. Thanks, Doug.
Yep. All right, with no further debate, then I think we'll vote on the motion. All those in favor of this letter being released publicly and sent to members of the Iowa House of Representatives, say aye.
Aye.
Right.
I always have to pause for our Zoom friends. Aye. Are there any votes in opposition? Okay, motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Second item tonight, proclamation for International Transgender Day of Visibility. Stephanie, was there a copy in the packet here? Or emailed or anything?
There is. Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's copies of, of the I'm sorry, no, there's not.
There's not, okay.
There's not.
Okay, all right. But the proclamation for International Transgender Day of Visibility has been written by the office and will be introduced at the city council meeting on Tuesday.
And it's not an original from the office. I just want to.
Oh, it's not an original from the office?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't want somebody to think I'm taking credit for it.
Okay, all right. Thanks. Okay. All right, but yeah, that proclamation will be made at the city council meeting on Tuesday. Item 4, funding requests, the body of work reception. All right, and so this is in our packet, body of work reception, providing a soft entry point to observe and learn about the experience of holding intersecting identities. Reception on Monday, March 30th at 5 p.m. in the Film Scene lobby to encourage further conversation about the pieces.
May I step out for this since this is a project I'm affiliated with?
Yes. So
Thank you. Just wanted to confirm.
absolutely, yeah. So you can go ahead and yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, wait.
So
No, we need Talia.
we need Talia. Okay.
I think I have a number.
She just
I
cannot.
thought, I thought they were just gonna black out, take the video away. I didn't get,
We need her in a meeting. She just can't
Yeah.
vote, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we need our quorum.
I didn't catch that soon enough.
I thought she was just turning her camera off too.
I don't know if I do, but I can send it.
I just texted her.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, you have time to read through
That's right.
this and the other. There's another sponsorship request as well. And Emily and Kelsey, you have the packet via email, so you're able to review these.
Yes, I have last week's
Okay.
packet that includes
Okay.
it, if that's the one I'm looking from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Oh, you know what?
There she is. All right. All right, thanks, Talia. Welcome back. All right, now we have 5, and we can discuss. All right, so starting with the funding request for the reception, this body of work. Any discussion, questions, thoughts?
This is just our regular $250 that any organization can request.
Right.
I wanted to make a suggestion. I'm in favor of approving this. We just started with the body of work reception. I was maybe wondering if that line item related to the reception food and drinks might be aligned with the requirements of how we can grant those $250 to groups like this. If others agree, that might be a great way that the money could be allocated.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Just allocating that for food and drink.
For the food and drink. Yeah. All right. All those in favor of approving the funding request for this body of work reception, say aye. Aye.
For the food and drinks.
Aye.
For the food and drinks. Thank you. Anyone opposed? All right. Then funding approved, votes 4-0 with 1 abstention. Second funding request is for the Trans Advisory Committee of Johnson County, community-led organization advocating for the support and protection of transgender and gender diverse residents. The TAC Social is an opportunity for the community to learn about and get involved with the Trans Advisory Committee while also celebrating Trans Day of Visibility. This event promotes inclusion and celebration of LGBTQ plus folks of all ages. Again, a 250 request, and the budget is itemized there on page 15 of tonight's packet. Cupcakes, stickers, flyers, decorations. Questions? comments?
I mean, I don't know how much this matters. Either way, I'm in support of this, but it's 250 versus a total budget line of 243, which is the request is 250. I don't know if that matters or.
I'm not, can you state that again?
Yeah, so if we look at the budget that was submitted, it totals $243, but the amount requested is $250.
Then, yeah, we would have to adjust it to the.
You're just gonna have to buy more stickers.
Yeah.
I can reach out and get an amended budget, so you
Yes.
can
Okay.
approve it the way it, well,
Just-
not the way it is, but approve it with the understanding that I'll get
I motion we approve it to increasing stickers.
Okay. All right. So, motion is to approve the funding request with an addition, with the $7 discrepancy between the submitted budget and the funding request to be made up in stickers, and an amended budget to be submitted to the office. Do we have a second?
I second.
All those in favor of the request?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, that funding request is approved 4-0 with one abstention.
Hey, Doug, before you move on,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a note that it would be great to, if there's opportunities for the Human Rights Commission or the city to promote these events, as we do with any of them, that would be wonderful. Please pass it along, and we can pass it to our networks if it's open to invitations to others. And then also, it'd be lovely to hear how these go and to have a report back out. It's not a requirement in this kind of grant making that we do, but it would be wonderful to hear how these sessions go.
That's a great point to make. And I think on these, we're fortunate enough that one of our commissioners is involved. So I think that we can probably accommodate that, right, Talia? Yeah. Great. Perfect. Last thing then before we adjourn, the Iowa City Foreign Relations Council is hosting an event at Film Scene on Sunday, a documentary called Democracy Noir, which is a film about far-right authoritarianism in Hungary and the parallels between the government of Viktor Orban and the Trump administration and the Heritage Project, or Heritage Foundation here in the United States. We got a flyer tonight, and so if you are interested in that, I was reading a little bit about the documentary. It sounds extremely interesting.
Yeah,
So,
I was already
Yeah.
planning on going on to that.
right? Yeah. So, and it starts at noon, so you should be able to be home in time for the women's Big Ten championship
Yes.
game. All right.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. I actually was in just one brief note. I was in Madison on Sunday, and I saw Vice President Harris speak, and one of her first points was we still need to celebrate. We still need to have joy.
Yeah.
We still need to find that time to lift each other up and enjoy life, even when it seems that everything is crashing down around us. So, yes. So with that, go Hawks, and motion to adjourn.
Second motion. Well, you motion, I second.
I'll motion, sure.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you so much for the extra special meeting tonight. Great seeing you all again. Have a great evening.
Yes, you too.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself
Bye.
and each other.